morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 6/24/21. It's almost the end of June, guys. Get cracking. Get done what you want to get done in the summertime, because the next thing you know, it's going to be August 24th. You're going to say, fuck, what happened in the last 4 weeks? Here we are. Okay. Let's, a couple things I want to talk to you about. They control everything. They control everything. They control who's going to become famous. They control what's going to make you scared. They control what you're going to believe. Who are they? Well, those are the handlers. You'll never meet them. But there's also something called the media. And all I have to do is just put it in your face on a daily basis, over and over and over and over again. It'll finally sink in. Isn't that sad? That's why I worry about our children and how they're being lied to. You know? Because over and over and over again, every single day, they're looking at a globe. They're looking at cartoons. They're looking at whatever's on TV, and every fucking parent out there should be monitoring what's going on, because now they're putting transgender shit in there. They're putting all sorts of stuff in there. They're giving rights for a child under the age of 14 to make a decision of becoming male or female. That's great. That's just great, guys. I really am absolutely disgusted when I hear that. If you want to make a decision like that, well, then you better make it when you're well into your adulthood. You know, and that's fine. I don't care. You know, that's perfectly fine. But you don't make some decision like that when you're a child. And that's what you are under the age of 15. A decision that's going to impact their entire life. And they're allowing this. Don't you see what they're doing? I mean, they're just trying to divide us by twofold, you know? When I go into they control what you... everything they control. They control who's going to become famous, okay? It's not Hollywood. It's them. It's the media. It's the soap opera shows and all the other nonsense out there. If you put an actor or actress in front of that person, just by commercials, just by hairstyle commercials, and having a stick of deodorant, yeah, okay, look, okay, I can understand they're being programmed during this period of time, and I agree with that. And the producers want to see how they're going to act on TV and how they look on TV. But look, they've already chosen who's going to be on the next Hollywood show, the next movie. So none of them have any talent. You know, they've just been chosen to do it. And the ones who do have talent usually drop out. And then they end up owing money, and then they become broke. So that makes sense, doesn't it? So, you know, here you go with that. I mean, it's so sad. It really is how living here, the life that we've chosen, and we all chose to be here, by the way. I mean, there's only one reason why, you know, when 8 seconds, anything that you think is known 8 seconds before you even fucking think it. That's great, guys. You have no choices. Your choice is here. You chose to be here. This is what you chose. And don't go back and say, oh, you know, if I hit that baseball the correct way on my bat, I could have become a... No, that's bullshit. Okay? You chose to be here. You chose this life. This is who you are, and this is how it is. Sorry, it sucks, doesn't it? It's like you're not supposed to be happy down here. This is a learning lesson for you. You think all this is real life? You think all the sun and the stars and the moon? You think the solar system is real? You think we've dug down 8 miles and all of a sudden they just make up shit? Come on, don't you understand this? I could understand the interview while you're sitting down there and say, look, I got something for you here. Come down to this area. You have no control about what's going on. The politics, but the fucked up thing about it is 100 years ago or 200 years ago, they did have control. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, they did have control. It just went crazy in the last 75 years. Even before they discovered the earth is flat and we're covered with a dome, whatever. But I'm just saying, but it just got nuts, There's old money, and that old money is 300-400 years old. That goes back generation by generation by generation, and you can track it from generation to generation, and not using that stupid whatever that thing is called that you send your. That's just to get your genes, basically. That's ancestral.com. That's what it's called. Okay, I can't even believe I said the fucking name. Now I just advertised them. Great. Don't ever buy it. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Nonsense. Garbage. Just crap. Which brings me down to Lady Gaga. Oh, that's right. She's got a concert coming up. So make sure you watch this, okay? Let's see what kind of new satanic stuff that she has going on now. With the eyebrows, the lipstick, and the hair, and whatever she's wearing, and the dance moves that she makes, and all those great little things they like to put in there to keep the lie going. To keep it, to make it think that you can become a movie star one day, to make it think that you can become somebody just because you have talent. Oh man, I mean it is it's something that's there. It's there, it's out there. We all know. Once you're a flat earther, you know all of this shit, and it's so easy to figure out. And you can't watch TV, you can't listen to the radio, you can't do anything anymore. I mean, it's just not life, not a real life. Okay, real life is this. This is real life. Talking to flat earthers, reaching out to flat earthers, and gathering information to flat earthers, and exchanging knowledge. Okay, and I can't even get into what I really want to get into because, of course, they'll take this freaking video down, and what's the point in giving a strike, and then I'm done for another week. So, no, I'm not going to allow it. But you know what I'm talking about. If you know who I am and you've seen all my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? All right, you know that everything out there is bullshit. Everything. Every single thing. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, you know what? Look. I mean, you've got the movie stars that are fake. Okay, you've got sports that's bullshit. You've got the sun and the moon and the entire universe. Bullshit. Not, okay? I mean, you have all of this stuff that's there. You've got an area here that they say that has multi-layers of cores, and we have only dug down 8 miles. I mean, it's just such bullshit. It's unbelievable how people buy this. I mean, these brain-dead fucking people have no fucking clue what's really going on around them. And they don't care. Because they're so fucking busy and involved with their life, they just don't care. They don't want to be bothered. And if they do find out the truth, holy shit, they're going to wake up. And I don't know what to tell them. I mean, it's something that has to be sunk in over and over and over again to people, that the earth is flat. Okay, and the problem is Google will suppress every video that's out there. People can't find me. They have no idea who I am, most people. I mean, I went to a Flat Earth conference the other day. I think only maybe a handful of people, maybe 3 or 4 people out of like 300 people even knew who I was. And these are flat earthers that are searching for other flat earth videos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, look, I don't have a high number of subs, but that doesn't make a difference. It shouldn't make a difference. It's just me here talking and with my new camera and doing videos. I got some great coverage I'm going to be getting shortly. I'll talk about that in another video because that's going to be a little lengthy. I have to revisit some parks I went to, and I was taking it on this shitty fucking camera here on my phone, and but I have some specific areas where I will show you that there's absolutely no curvature at all, and there should be. You know, that's the thing. Another thing that really bothers me is if we did live on a globe, what would it actually look like? You know, you couldn't see vast hundreds of miles straight. You know, that video that I did, the double video that I did, yeah, that's right, I figured out how to edit. Uh-oh, watch out, guys. I figured out how to edit it. Anyway, so, you know, you look at these clouds, you shouldn't be able to see all of that. I love it when they're all on the same cloud level, you know, and they're little patchy clouds like that. And you can see the bottom half that's kind of dark, and then it just goes on. And that gives you kind of like an eye level, it gives you a line of sight, basically, you know, where you have like a grid, but now you have the clouds, and you can see that you can just see everything goes on for miles and miles and miles. The perspective of your eyes can actually see this. You know, in some areas you can't, but when you're on flat ground, which is not hard to find, and you have a good perspective of this, and you're on a mountain or whatever it may be, and you just see you see the grid lines. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I mean, you see that reference right there where it just goes on until the sky, you know, ends. But it wouldn't do that on a globe. You wouldn't be able to see mountains, you know. I mean, I can see the Catskill Mountains from I-84. Okay, the Catskill Mountains are 200 miles away, you know, from there. That's how far away they are, all right? And you can see them clear as day. I don't care if they're 1,000 feet high, okay? You know, say the curvature of the Earth, it should be 3,000. There should be a 3,000-foot curve. You shouldn't be able to see anything. You should only be able to see, you know, it doesn't even make any sense how it would actually look on a globe, you know, because all you're used to seeing is, and all that everybody's used to seeing is flat land. They don't understand that they don't live on a globe. They live on flat land. So your perspective is trying to make this curve up that doesn't exist. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I mean, you know, imagine it. I mean, let's not even discuss about the traveling through space and all that. I mean, this is almost like going back to basics, okay? I mean, that's really what it is. That sun behind me right there, no, it's not 93 million miles away. It was originally, I think they said it was 63 million miles away. Now it's not. We'll just up it up a little bit. And maybe in 10 years they'll say it's 125 million miles away or whatever. And no one's going to know the difference. They can say anything. Anything at all they can say. And they can have fun. They can throw a couple of little special things on Jupiter. And I'm sorry, did NASA just launch something at a comet? That's right, they did. Did you see the picture? It's nice, isn't it? I love it. It's a nice cartoon character. I mean, come on, man. Well, okay, well then how would they actually get a picture of it? I don't know. Maybe the Hubble telescope? Oh, but the Hubble telescope's down. Don't forget, guys, it's on standby, safe mode. They put the Hubble telescope on safe mode. Expect a spacewalk very shortly. Let's get out our editing tools and make sure that they're actually really in space, or how... because they're not. But I can't wait for that video to come out, because at some point they're going to have to go up there and fix it. Remember when they cleaned the mirrors or something and somebody fucked up with that? And so we're going to have a nice spacewalk coming up. The Hubble telescope is now in safe mode. I don't know if they've rebooted it. I find that very difficult to believe, considering it's, you know, whatever, 200, 300 miles up there, and they're pressing a button down here, and it's revolving around the Earth. And isn't there, you know, remember, you have to have line of sight when you do this, so you can't just press a button. if it's all the way on the other side of the globe, I don't think a button's going to work, unless if it's bouncing off one of the satellites, and then it's making some sort of connection to the Hubble telescope. But those are other people's satellites, right? Those are Facebook's, Twitter's, you know, maybe I mean, don't you see the stupidity of all of this? I mean, look at all the people that have all this fucking money. This is the life we chose, you know? I mean, this is it. It really is comical how 90% of the people around here are just fucking asleep, and they're still wearing a diaper, and when they don't have to anymore, and that's fine. You know, I mean, that should be something that you should definitely consider, you know, because it is healthy for you, especially when, you know, you're jogging. I really believe that should be something that, you know, you really should reconsider. It's just something to think about, you know, and just take a look at your life and find out who you are, you know, and how you actually got here in flat Earth, you know, and what brought you to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Charlie, how you doing? And what brought you to it, you know, and that's the most important part. And how, I'm not talking about videos and stuff like that, because videos don't always do it, you know, with flat Earth. There's something else that clicked in your head. There's something else that brought you to flat Earth. The videos helped, but then something else did it for you. And then track that back. You know what I'm saying? And think about how you got there. And then understand that, look, we don't have choices. And that's why they say life is a stage. Don't you understand? That is why they say life is a stage. How did you meet your wife? What were the circumstances which you met your wife? How did you get married? How did you actually, you know, decide to have kids? You know, or buy that house with that particular color? You know, or get that particular appliance. You know, I mean, all of it has been chosen for you. And if you really think about it, it will make sense to you. And that's why we live in a digital world. All right? And I want you to think about that and just review. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my channel. Let me be a part of your life.